that even looking?
You are now.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, welcome into an impromptu cold
Cold.
way to warm up. So we're in our familiar garage. Well, Ryan's familiar garage. I say ours because I come in here
A lot.
without invitation and get the stuff that I want.
There's only been a few times that I've looked for something and I text you hey, do you have this? Yes, I have it.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, look, we're live.
So here we go. We're actually waiting for one of our neighbors to come over, and Ryan broke out this here. I think it might be coming up backwards, but that's all right. It's Balcones Texas Single Malt Whiskey Classic Edition. So here's something funny about the Balcones. It gets...
not Balcones.
That's what I said. Oh, there you go. You saw the luggage rack up there. Well, this means
I don't know if your head's going to fit into this.
Well, it is.
Don't worry. It's a plywood your dad bought.
I'm sure it's fine.
It'll be fine.
So we've
I'll
done
do something with it.
We've done Balcones
Balcones, yes.
in the past.
Uh-huh.
One of them was like a blue corn.
Oh yeah, the Balcones Baby Blue. No.
Something.
Yeah, what's the Baby Blue?
I wasn't all that
Super
fond
sweet.
of it. There's been a couple of others from Balcones where I've high reviews, and yet I'm just kind of like, this isn't a thing for me. And yet this one, the single malt classic edition, it has a sweet smell.
Yeah, and that's
on the nose.
And it is Balcones. So Balcones has that sweet kind of funk that runs through a lot of stuff. It's almost like I always find like a candy corn flavor in Balcones stuff.
Kind of, yeah. It's an inviting, almost like a caramel smell to it. But the taste of this, I can get on board with.
Yeah, it's good.
I could do this as a daily drinker. I don't know if I could afford this as a daily drinker, but I could do this as a daily drinker.
Oh, it depends on where you find it.
Where did we find this?
Cedar Valley Spirits.
Oh, how about that, James?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what's the price point? Are we above 50 on it?
Yeah, for him, yeah. It was right at 55 before tax.
Okay.
But the Balcones single malt, you're not going to find a lot of places. It's one, and where he kind of shines is finding some of the more hard to find Texas stuff. Like, I got this, and it's not Texas stuff, but I got like the Old Forester 1920.
Okay. It's
one of my favorite bourbons, and he had it there. Actually, pretty reasonably priced.
Okay. So another reason to check in with some of the local stuff. Our Cedar Valley Spirits the dude is local as it gets.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got everything through Texas, like Specs, Total Wine and Spirits. Somewhat more locals, Texas, or Twin Liquors.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this, I could do this. This is nice.
And after 5 days of sub-freezing temperatures and rolling power outages and everything else, we're in here, but an hour and a half ago we didn't have power.
We don't know how long power will last.
Yeah, it might turn off while we're doing this.
That could very well. So I have been fond of Long Branch.
Yes.
The wild turkey culmination.
And just because Matthew McConaughey does it does not make it a Texas bourbon.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was just, if that's out of the line that he picked, he said, these are the things that I wanted, and this is the taste that I want. I think he did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
$40-ish a bottle. Most of the time, less than that, you can get pretty good. This I like a little bit more. It's got just a little bit more of the bourbon hug to it.
Yeah, it's not as, I don't want to say smooth.
Yeah.
It's not as rounded. The Long Branch it's right down the middle. It's nice, warm. It's well rounded. It doesn't have any kind of sharp edges to it. This. This is a lot like the Texas whiskeys.
I was going to say, this is a little bit more Texas.
Yeah, it's got the Texas.
If you're not from Texas, you can be easily put off by Texans because they're always like, Texas, Texas. And I didn't understand that until I got here. It's completely different. There's red dirt music Red Dirt country music, which is completely different Texas country music. Aaron Watson, Kevin Fowler.
Pat Green, Railroad King. Yeah.
Right. Some of them have done some national level stuff, but inside Texas, these guys can sell out no problem.
Do.
Yeah.
Not just can.
Do.
Regularly.
You could put Aaron Watson at the AT&T Center in Dallas and pack it.
Yeah.
The dude can pack it for Texas. So anyway, but you get into Texas and you start understanding the pride that Texans have, and it's much different than any other state. Mm-hmm. Like Idaho, you don't hear me thumping about Idaho all the time. Some of the time, like this weather, I do. 6 inches of snow, and we're anticipating more. So there's that. But anyway,
what a week.
I thought that this was going to be a definite miss, and it wasn't. So I thought that it was nice to pop on here and share.
I don't know how this surprises you anymore.
Because Balcones has not been something that has attracted me. I understand why people could like it. It wasn't for me. But this one I can do. It's like, don't hate me. It's like Garrison Brothers. Anything other than the 2019 Cowboy. 2019 Cowboy made it to my house, and my wife devoured that in a matter of...
Funny story. I was actually at the bottle release. Got a couple bottles of the Cowboy. I drank a little bit of it, didn't like it. Evan liked it, so he took it back to his house. His wife proceeded to kill majority of the bottle that night, finished it off the next day.
Doesn't do whiskey, by the way.
Doesn't do whiskey at all.
Not her thing.
And I went over there, she's like, hey, we need to get some more of that. And I just laughed. I'm like, okay, good luck.
Yeah, you don't get more.
And then she found out what it was and how much it was. And it was, oh.
Yeah, not one that you just pound. But she did. She did well. Anyway, that's why this was surprising to me.
Yeah.
Because of the Balcones, I've not found one that I agree with. And this one I do. That's all I'm getting at. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Until next time, the best whiskey, well, that's your favorite.
Best barbecue is the way that you like it.
Remember to share both.
Cheers.
Normally we crack jokes at the end of one of these. Wish my wife were here to tell some jokes. What was that one the other day while you were looking at our tree haul to fix? She came out and started asking for some...
It was one of her normal jokes.
But it wasn't an actual joke. She needed this particular plumbing paste with a plumbing paste gun.
Oh, yeah. Caulk and caulk gun. Yeah.
He didn't know what to say. So he asked for more espresso.
Yes.